On CoreJava tutorials. In this video tutorial, we'll talk about top command in Linux. Top command is used to show the Linux processes. It provides a dynamic real-time view of running system. Usually this command shows the summary information of the system and list of the processes or threads which are currently managed by the Linux kernel. Yeah. So here I'm going to press Ctrl Alt T to open the terminal, and here I'm going to use this command. Simply I'm writing top on the terminal and pressing enter. Right. So here you can see as soon as you run this command, it will open an interactive command mode where the top portion will contain the statistics of the processes and resource usage, and lower portion contains the list of the currently running processes. Right. So here you can see, if I could make the full screen. So uppermost portion basically that's what you see over here. What you see over here, that's upper portion is showing the basically statistics of top command, and lower portion it is showing the all the processes and threads are running in the background. Right. So here you can see this tabular format shows a lot of information. So let's talk about the each and every column. So here first of all you have a PID, right? PID means it is a unique process ID. So in Linux, every process which is running in the background has basically a specific unique process ID, right? Then you have a user, right? It is a user of the owner of the task. Who is the basically owner of this task for this process, and that's these are the user names basically. Yeah. Then we have a priority. It is nothing but the priority of the task, right? Then you have a NI. NI is nothing but it's a nice value of the task. A negative nice value implies higher priority, and positive nice value means lower priority, right? Then you have a VIRT. This is called total virtual memory used by the task. Then you have a RES, right? This is non-swapped physical memory of the task, right, used by the task basically. Then you have SHR. This is nothing but this represents the amount of the shared memory used by the task. And then you have SS is nothing but the state of the task. Then you can see the percentage CPU, right? Percentage CPU is nothing but this represents the CPU usage in percentage. And then if you have a percentage MEM, it shows the memory usage by the task. And then you have a time, right? So this is nothing but a CPU time. And finally we have a command, right? The command used to start the task, right? These are the information basically this basically top command shows. Right. Now let's see here. Let me clear the terminal again and let me start it again. So to come out from this basically top command, simply you have to press the Q. Sorry, I have pressed something else. So simply you have to press Q to exit from the top terminal, right? So now here I am going to show you some of the basically most important use cases of top command, right? So first of all you have to write the top, and this will show you the information about all the processes and threads running behind the basically system. And here you can see refreshment of this top command always in every 3 seconds. If you want to change this behavior, refreshment you want in every second or every 5 seconds, right? By default this screen is getting refreshed in every 3 seconds. Then simply you have to press S, right? Once you press the S, then it is asking change delay from 3 seconds to, let's say I want in every second, so I am typing 1. If you want this screen should refresh in every 5 seconds, then you have to type 5, something like that. Now here you can see in every second this basically screen is basically refreshing. Let's say I want to come out from this top command terminal, then simply you have to press Q and you'll come out from here, right? Let me clear again, and again I'm going to use top command. Yeah. Now here you can see top command is basically by default it is refreshing in every 3 seconds, right? Now another command there I am going to show you let's say you want to exit from the top command in a specific number of repetition, right? Then I will type top and minus n, and let's say after 3 refreshment I would like to exit from the top command. So here I am going to give, specify the number of refreshment. So here here you can see this is first refreshment, then this is the second refreshment, and third it will come out. So here you can see it is automatically come out rather than pressing Q, right? So here let me clear the terminal and let me show you some more commands related to top. Now here I'm going to type top, right? And here you can see here you can see these processes are running in the system, which is shown by the different users, right? So root user and CoreJava Tutorials, right, users. But sometimes I want to display the processes which is running by the specific user, right? Then you have to give the command something like that. You have to write top and minus u flag and then username. So I'm going to write CoreJava Tutorials. So at this time it is not going to show you the processes which is running by the root user. So if I press enter, then here you can see all the processes listed over here which is running by the CoreJava Tutorials, right? So that is the first thing. Now next thing I'm going to show you, let's say you want to highlight the running processes on the top. So simply you have to press the Z in the keyboard, and here you can see all the processes currently running is highlighted. Yeah. Now I'm going to come out from this. So once again if you press Z, then this color scheme will go away. Now next thing I'm going to show you, let's say you want to see the absolute part of the processes, then simply you have to press C in the keyboard, and here you can see the absolute path of every process. And again if you press C, then that path will go away, right? Now let's say if you want to kill some process, you don't want to exit from the top terminal and still you want to kill some process, right? Then simply you have to press K, and once you press K, then it is asking over here you can see the basically it is asking to supply the PID. So default PID is 5974. So here I am going to specify the default PID, but whatever basically process you want to kill, first of all you need to get the process ID for it. And once you get the process ID, then simply you can specify the process ID. So here I'm just going to specify the process ID 5974, and just you need to press enter, and once again you have to press enter, then that process will be killed, right? Now let's say if you want to sort all the processes running processes based on the CPU utilization, then simply you need to press shift P, right? And here you can see this is sorted based on the CPU. Again I press control P, then this is descending order, ascending order, descending order, ascending order, right? So first time when you press shift P, then that will sort all the process based on the CPU usage in increasing order. If you press again, then that will sort in the decreasing order, right? Now next thing I would like to show you, if you want to list out all the basically processes which is running, but you want to just exclude those processes which is idle. So simply you have to press I. So these are the process currently as of now running in the system, which is basically using some memory or CPU, right? Again if you press I, then all the process will be listed over here, right? So that's all I wanted to show in this video tutorial, guys. So I hope you enjoyed on this video. If you have any questions or any query, then please do post below to the video. I will try to answer. And before leaving, I would like to request you, please go ahead and subscribe my channel, CoreJava Tutorials. And thank you so much for watching this video.